just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and the children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. The snow said I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days, may your days, may your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days, may your days, may your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
Good evening, and welcome back to the second night of our 76th annual Salvation Army Christmas Basket Program. We're excited to have you join us tonight. We've got a great lineup of entertainment planned for you to listen to this evening and enjoy the Christmas cheer. Of course, this is the 76th annual Salvation Army Christmas Basket Program, and this is all for an excellent cause. Call in and make pledges because it's to raise money to help make it a good Christmas for families in the Huron area. And this all works with pledges that come in and donations that come in to help support the families in need. If you want to listen to it on the radio, you can hop on KIJV at 1340 AM. You can also listen to it at 95.3 FM. We're also on the Huron Tiger Network, which was Midco Channel 6. And you can watch us online at www.christmasbasket.us. That's www.christmasbasket.us. Like I said, we've got a fun night of music and enjoyment for you to listen to. Tonight we're going to start off with the Huron School Faculty Choir that's made up of different teachers throughout the Huron School District. We're going to follow that up with some musical entertainment from the James Valley Christian Choir and Band. And then following that will be the Huron City Band. And finally, to close out the night tonight, will be the Fair City Brass Band. So we've got a variety of music here for you to listen to tonight. Now remember, the reason we're all here for 76 years in a row is to raise money for those in need in the Huron area. So you can call in and make a pledge if you want to. We encourage that, and we thank everyone for their pledges in advance. But if you want to call in, you can call area code 605-554-0553. That's 605-554-0553. If you're watching online at christmasbasket.us, there's also a little button you can hit on there, or there's a PayPal. You can scan the PayPal QR code and make an easy donation through PayPal. You can also send in a check if you wish to, and if you want to send a check, that's to Salvation Army at 237 Illinois Avenue Southwest. That's 237 Illinois Avenue Southwest in Huron, South Dakota, 57350. We're going to get rolling right away with tonight's entertainment, as everyone's here to listen to the bands and the singing and not to us talk. So we're going to start off with the Huron School Faculty Choir, and that's led by Mrs. Tabitha Unruh. Their first selection, will be various themes on Fa La La. That's various themes on Fa La La by the Huron School Faculty Choir. Fun one to start with for the evening. We've got pledges coming in already, and I'm going to go ahead and go through some of those. I've got a $20 pledge in honor of Tabitha in the faculty chorus from the best nephews and niece, Ezekiel, Ezra, and Eliza. I've got a $20 pledge in honor of the teachers from Cheyenne and Aurora. I've got a $25 pledge in honor of Susie Van Berkom in the faculty chorus from the Dryers. I've got a pledge in the amount of $20 in honor of the Huron School's faculty chorus from Karen Mueller. And the last one I've got in my hands right now, I've got a pledge in the amount of $100 in honor of the telephone ladies out front from Cooler Funeral Home. As we've said many times, it takes a lot of people to make this happen. The ladies out front are just a small group in the portion of all the people who make it happen every year. There's a lot of planning and preparation that go ahead of time that helps this all go on. The groups that sing, the groups that play music, it takes a whole lot of people to make this happen every year. And remember, the most important thing is that we're raising money for an excellent cause. The pledges that you make, the donations that you make, all go towards the Salvation Army Christmas Basket Program. We've got almost 200 families that signed up for assistance for the program this year, for the Christmas Basket Program. That's almost 50% more than there were last year, so there's been a huge increase. Also, the Angel Tree, the Salvation Army Angel Tree, which is located at Runnings and Walmart. Last night we had almost 350 names still left on there. Now that was a huge increase of about 100 from last year of kids that were on that list. And that's kids waiting to wake up on Christmas morning to have a nice gift or have some clothing or some socks in there. And it's all for a great cause. So please, please, please get out to Runnings, get out to Walmart, get some of those cards off the angel tree and make the purchases and make someone's Christmas even brighter. It's even this season, the Christmas season, that it's more giving and it feels so much better, even though the money that we raise helps this season and year round. We're going to continue on.
No, hold on.
Mike.
I'm trying to talk to you from up here. You don't even notice me on the monitor, do you? How are you doing tonight, Mr. Kelly Henrich?
I'm doing great. How about you, Mike?
We're doing great up here. We got the crew, and you can kind of see them in the background. We got the broadcast going. I just wanted to step in and kind of remind you, why don't you tell people how much money we made last night with all the great entertainment?
Last night, I think the total was about $3,281 at the end of last night.
Something like that. I think you're pretty accurate.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you to all those of you that called in and made pledges last night.
We want to send a challenge out to the people in Huron. We'd like to double that tonight. We've got some great entertainment. James Valley coming in. We've got the City Brass and the City Band coming in. And, of course, we have the teachers up there. But I got to say, aren't a couple of them, like, retirees? Teresa, what are you doing up there? I'm teasing, Teresa. We're glad you're up there and helping out. And I even see some of our student teachers in the choir, which we need to call that out too. So it's great to have them up there and do what they're doing. We want people to completely give money and continue supporting our community and the people in need at this Christmas season. And I want to remind everyone you can do it by calling in. And you've got the number. Can you tell people that for me?
That's 605-554-0553.
You can also go on to our website, which is Christmas Basket US. There is a PayPal QR code there or a donate button, and you can donate through PayPal. Also, from time to time tonight, we're going to be putting that QR code up on the screen, and you can simply point your phone at your television or your computer screen, take a camera shot or hit the link for that PayPal QR code. Why don't you show them? Can you guys do that real quick for me? I'm going to put our tech people to work up here. Let's show that QR code. It's kind of small on this one. We'll bring it up larger later, maybe. Okay, a little technical difficulties here. I put them on the spot. There will be a QR code that will show from time to time, folks. Let's get our video back up if you can, guys. Hey, it's a live program, Kelly. You have to bear with us here. You can certainly donate that way through PayPal. We actually get the notifications up here, and we take them down to our workers downstairs. So please, everybody. And then one more thing. We would love for someone to give a large donation. If that person gives a large donation and leaves their phone number with, say, our operators or even on the PayPal, we might actually call you and put them on the air. We'd like to interview them and ask them why and where they're from and how long they've been watching our programs. So,
yeah, remember to do that. If you want to get to the PayPal link, you have to go to www.christmasbasket.us. That's
okay.
www.christmasbasket.us.
I will try not to interrupt you as much tonight, but we might chime in from time to time. So you do your thing and do the show, and let's have a great night, everybody. Call those numbers or please pledge or donate online. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. We're going to go ahead and go with our second selection from the Huron Faculty Choir. This one's entitled Christmas in About 3 Minutes.
Toys, all for the little ones' Christmas.
Thank you to the Huron School Faculty Choir for a fun second selection there. They are, I might add, by the way, they're looking very colorful tonight in their Christmas sweaters. That's very, very, very nice. You know, I thought about singing in the faculty choir since I am a faculty member here, but after years of wishing and hoping and dreaming, I learned that this voice is made for talking, not for singing. I've got a couple of pledges coming in here. I'm going to go ahead and go through those. First one I have here is a $20 pledge in honor of Morgan Rathjen from Grandma and Grandpa Rathjen. I've got a $25 pledge in honor of Sarah Rubish in the choir from Mom and Dad. I've got a $20 pledge in honor of Morgan Rathjen and all the amazing faculty members from Adam Rathjen. And I've got a pledge in the amount of $50 for the Huron Faculty Chorus from Rod Boyd. I see people coming into the auditorium here as we're going, so keep filling this place up. Remember, if you want to listen online, you can go to KIJV at 1340 AM or on 95.3 FM. If you want to watch it locally, if you're here in Huron, you can watch it on the Huron Tiger Network, which is Midco Channel 6. You can also go to www.christmasbasket.us. That's www.christmasbasket.us if you want to watch it live on the internet. Remember, call in and make pledges. You want to call 605-554-0553. That's 605-554-0553. We've got a great lineup here for you tonight, so keep on calling in those pledges. This all goes towards a great cause. Remember, it started 76 years ago when they were calling in and donating potatoes so people could have food at Christmas time. Now, it's changed much over the years, but we're still raising money to provide food, gifts, and clothing to families in need over the Christmas time. And the need is greater than ever. As I've told you some of the numbers, the requests for assistance have increased greatly over last year. The number of cards on the Salvation Army Angel Tree have increased by 100. And there are still a lot of them out there at Runnings and Walmart. So please, go out to Runnings, go out to Walmart. We always get really excited when all the cards are gone off the Angel Tree before the end of the programming at the end of this week. They have to, all the cards have to be off the tree by the 5th, hopefully, because they have to get the gifts all organized and ready to give out in less than 2 weeks. So we've got to get those things done soon. So please go out to Runnings, please go out to Walmart, get some of those cards off the Angel Tree and help make someone's Christmas bright. We're going to go ahead and go with our final selection from the Huron School Faculty Choir. Kind of excited about this one. This one is the theme from the movie Elf, the theme from Elf. Thank you to the Huron School faculty choir and their extra elf in that song in the theme from Elf. We've got a couple more pledges here. I've got a $20 pledge in honor of Truman and Nadine Savory in this faculty chorus from Briley Hickey. And as long as Mr. Stukrath can still hear me back there, I've got a $1 pledge in honor of James Stukrath in the faculty chorus, the city band, and the city brass band from Pookie. Folks, every dollar matters. Every dollar goes to a great cause, helping families have what they need during the Christmas season. That includes food, that includes clothing, that includes gifts. So please, please, please keep on calling in and making those pledges. If you want to call in and make a pledge, the number is 605-554-0553. You can talk to our ladies out answering phones. They're eager to take your calls and help make a pledge. You can also watch online if you go to www.christmasbasket.us. If you go there, like Mike said earlier, you can click on a little tab or use your phone to scan the PayPal link, and you can very easily make a donation. There's the PayPal QR code right there. If you turn on the camera on your phone and point it at that, you'll be able to really easily go and make a donation. So we encourage you to do that because it all goes to a great cause. Remember, after you make a pledge, you have to send in the check too. Or you can just send one in if you would wish. Checks can be sent to Salvation Army at 237 Illinois Avenue Southwest. That's Salvation Army at 237 Illinois Avenue Southwest. That's here in Huron, South Dakota, 57350. Now, just to give you a heads up of what we're expecting tonight and for the rest of the week, we've got a good night planned for you tonight. Following the faculty chorus right there, we are going to have the James Valley Christian Choir, and then we're going to switch over to the James Valley Christian Band. After that, we're going to have the Huron City Band and then the Fair City Brass Band. So we've got a variety of different musical groups for you tonight. Tomorrow night, we're going to start the night off with everybody's favorite, the Holy Trinity Choir of Angels, all those cute little kids singing songs. Then we're going to follow that up with several of our local church groups, starting with the Riverview Methodist Church Choir. And then after that, we're going to have the Huron Faith Alive Church Choir. Following that will be the Huron Faith Alive Praise Team. And then to end up the night, tomorrow night, will be the Bethesda Praise Team. Thursday night, we're going to have the Huron High School Orchestra to start it off, followed by the Huron Middle School Orchestra. And then it's going to be the Huron Middle School Band. And to finish it out Thursday night, we're going to have the Huron Middle School Choir. So we've got a lot of different musical groups here for you this week. So continue to call, or continue to watch, continue to listen, continue to call in with pledges. We would like to throw some thanks out there while we're sitting here waiting and switching over the set, which I think is happening. We're going to say thank you to Mike Dramstead and Millennium Sound Productions up in the booth. They're the ones making this happen with all the technology that goes into it, as far as getting us to our page, getting the link set up with PayPal, making it so we can sit here and talk, and you can hear these wonderful groups sing and play music. Tully Bartel is up there from the Huron Schools. Also students from HHS who are helping with the broadcast. We've got Shelby Vandenhoek up there who's returning. He graduated. He's back to help us out. We want to thank Mike Sarda from Video Productions at HHS. We want to thank the Huron Schools Administration and the Huron Schools custodial staff. They all help make this event what it is every year, now for 76 years. And it's a lot of other people that go into making this happen. All the groups that come in to sing and play music, everybody that sets them up, some people provide some cookies and snacks out back. There's all sorts of stuff happening that make this be able to occur every year, year after year for 76 years. And it all goes towards a great cause. So get on the phone, get online, call in, make a pledge. Make a pledge. The need is bigger than ever. And remember, get out to Walmart, get out to Runnings, get cards off that angel tree, and get those things filled out. We've got a couple more nights. We would love to have them all done before the end of Thursday night's broadcast. Now, it's going to take a lot of effort, but we come through every year. The city of Huron and the surrounding area comes through every year to make this a great cause. As we mentioned last night, I should say, we've gotten calls from around the world for this Salvation Army Christmas Basket program. Last night, we had a call-in, a pledge made from Washington State. In the past, we've had them from South Carolina, from Florida, from Texas. We've had them from the middle of the Pacific Ocean. So call in. If you're calling from somewhere far, it's really neat to see where people are calling from. Mention it when you're making a pledge. But most importantly, get on there, make a pledge, donate to this wonderful cause. I think we're about ready here. We're going to have the James Valley Christian Choir. And I'm going to see what their first song is here. This is going to be the James Valley Christian High School Choir. And their first song is going to be Here We Come A-Caroling.
Here we come a-caroling among the leaves so green. Here we come a-wandering so fair to be seen. Love and joy come to you and to all your family too. For we greet you and send you a happy new year. For we send you a happy new year. The holly and the ivy, when they are both full
That was a great first selection by the JVC Choir. Thank you very much. We've got some pledge. As you can see now, my backup is here. Ben was gone up singing in the faculty choir last time, so thanks a lot, Ben, for showing up because I cannot talk tonight. I'm having a few problems. So.
Well, I'll certainly help out where I can. I always enjoy going up and singing with the faculty choir every time that we get the chance to do it. So it's not just ditch you and leave you to your own devices. It has a real function and purpose instead of just that.
We've got some pledges here. Let's get going with those. I have got a $20 pledge in honor of Colby Vanderwerf in the James Valley Christian School Choir from Carmen Weinzerl.
I have a $15 pledge in honor of the Salvation Army Christmas Basket program tonight from Marcy Spencer.
This one, Ben, is a $50 pledge in honor of our favorite MC, Ben. It's from your mom and dad.
That was sweet of them to do. Warms my heart. I have a $100 pledge here in honor of Maddie Hofer of the JVC High School Choir from Grandma Hofer.
I've got a pledge in the amount of $100 in honor of Belle and Jonah Niederbaumer and the JVC Choir from Grandpa and Grandma.
Now, this is a pledge. We get some of these types of pledges every single year. This is a challenge pledge from one of the local organizations here in town. This is from the Huron Sertoma Club, challenging all other service clubs to make a donation to the Salvation Army Christmas Basket, and their donation is an amount of $500.
All right, so that was a challenge from the Sertoma Club for other clubs to make a other clubs to make a donation also.
To match that donation or to exceed it and go farther, so other groups, clubs, organizations within the greater Huron area, if you are listening on the radio, watching us on TV, doing however to tune into the Christmas Basket tonight and you want to rise to the challenge, go ahead and call in your pledge at area code 605-554-0553, or you can go online to www.christmasbasket.us to make a pledge right there on the site itself.
So thank you for the Sertoma Club for that, and we hope that other clubs are up to the challenge of trying to meet that, because it's all going towards a great cause. Now, I think is what you're going to next is, see, this is a great deal. People that know the show know that every year on different nights we auction off different stuffed animals or different memorabilia, and oftentimes, because we're the Huron Tigers here, it has, it's a tiger of some sort. Last night we did a stuffed animal and some tiger apparel. That was a teddy bear.
Yes.
And this year we've got a nice-looking tiger up here that we haven't even mentioned yet.
No, not at
But
all.
I understand you've got a bid on it already.
We already do. We don't even have to talk about the auction items up here for people to start bidding on them. So this one is an anonymous bid, but the current holder for the tiger is with $200. So if you want to raise the bid higher to have your chance to bring this cuddly little guy home with you for the holidays, go in and call in to raise the bid. Send in your pledges that way. Same way that our anonymous donor got us started without even us needing to get started.
Okay, I think we are ready for our next selection then by the James Valley Christian Choir, and that one is entitled Follow That Star.
Follow that star to Bethlehem. Follow that star to Bethlehem. Follow that star to Bethlehem. Follow that star to
Follow, follow, follow that star to Bethlehem. See the wise men traveling far. They were told to follow that star. Bright star shining, filling the night.
Following that guiding light. Follow that star.
Follow, follow.
Follow that
Follow, follow. Follow, follow. Follow that star to Bethlehem. Follow that star to Bethlehem. Oh, star of wonder, star of night, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light.
Follow that star to Bethlehem. Follow that star to Bethlehem. Follow that star to Bethlehem. Follow that star to
Follow,
Bethlehem.
follow. Follow, follow. Follow, follow. Follow that star to Bethlehem. Gonna follow that star to Bethlehem. Gonna follow that star. Follow that star to Bethlehem. Follow that star. Follow that star. Follow that star to Bethlehem.
That was a wonderful second selection by the James Valley Christian High School Choir. The second event of this evening, for those of you that are just tuning in to the live stream or catching us on the radio or watching us on TV at Huron Tiger Network, Midco Channel 6. While the choir was singing their second selection, we had a few more pledges that came in for us, so why don't we go ahead and read those off for you. The pledge in my hand is a $50 pledge in honor of Jonathan Cole of the choir and the James Valley Christian School Band from Dad, Mom, and Cassandra.
I've got a pledge in the amount of $40 in honor of Gavin, Gideon, and Janiah in James Valley Christian School Choir and School Band. Love, Mom and Dad. Now remember, the reason that we are all here is to raise money to help those in need during this holiday season. So it's really, really important that you get online and go make a pledge. If you're watching at www.christmasbasket.us, there's a PayPal link you can use there. Just scan the QR code. You can also call in. We've got a bunch of ladies working the phone bank out front. If you want to call in and speak with them, one of them, and make a pledge, that would be wonderful. The number to reach them at is area code 605-554-0553. That's 554-0553. Then you make a checkout, and you can send it in to Salvation Army at 237 Illinois Avenue Southwest in Huron, South Dakota, 57350.
Make sure that if you're sending in a check to the Salvation Army, that down in the lower left-hand corner, the memo line, that you specifically write out that this is going to the Christmas basket. We want to make sure that your donation is making its way to this specific program. Not to say that any general donation to the Salvation Army isn't welcome. We're just wanting to make sure that it makes it to the Christmas program, so all those families that have signed up for the Christmas basket for every single season are able to receive all of the help and care that they need for this particular time of year. And along those lines, all the donations that you wonderful people in the greater community of Huron and extending out throughout the state, the country, the world, and international, as Kelly had mentioned earlier, all those donations and that support still helps to support families like these for the entire rest of the year. So it's not just during this little portion of December, it's going on for a longer period of time. So make sure that those of you that are sending in your donations, continue sending those our way. We would be more than happy to read out your pledges and to give untold amounts of thanks to those of you that are supporting this program, allowing it to continue on in its 76th year of operation here in little old Huron, South Dakota.
Yeah, it's a really amazing effort that makes this happen every year, and obviously a worthwhile cause if it's been happening for 76 years. A couple things I'd like to remind you real quick. Remember, if you want to bid to take this nice-looking tiger here home at the end of the night, the current bid stands at $200. If you bid higher than that, that tiger will be yours if you're the highest bid at the end of the night. Also, I want to remind you that here on Sertoma Club made a challenge to other service clubs in the community, $500, or call in and make a donation, make a pledge. Okay, we want to be able to do that. We want to raise money for this great cause. Remember to call in a pledge, 605-554-0553. And one thing else I'm going to mention too, again, is remind you all the Angel Trees at Runnings and Walmart. We want to get out there and get the cards off there. There were nearly 400 requests for gifts at the Angel Trees this year. Last night, they had it down to about 350. I'm hoping we get a little update on where they're at today. But please get out and get those cards and get those purchases made and fulfilled so the kids can have a gift at Christmas time.
Yes, and these Angel Tree cards allow these kids to have toys, clothing, blankets, socks, like all of the wonderful things that you yourselves would give to your own kids this holiday season. These kids in the community deserve to have a chance to have a wonderful Christmas season, and you could very well be the ones that give that Christmas cheer to that wonderful child. So please make sure you go out, grab a card or two from the Angel Tree, and be the angel for that child's Christmas season.
Okay, I believe we're ready for our third selection from James Valley Christian High School Choir, and this one is Sleigh Ride.
Let's go for a sleigh ride, a wonderful sleigh ride. Come hurry along with the song of a wintry world to glide. Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting, tingling too. Come on, it's lovely when the four sleigh rides together with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. Come on, it's lovely when the four sleigh rides together with you. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, let's go. Let's look at the show. We're riding in a wonderland of snow. Giddy up, giddy up, it's grand. Just holding your hand. We're riding along with the song of a wintry fairyland. Our cheeks are nice and rosy and comfy, cozy are we. We're snuggled up together like two birds of a feather would be. Let's sing the rocking chorus and sing a chorus or two. Come on, it's lovely when the four sleigh rides together with you. There's a birthday party at the home of Farmer Gray. It'll be the perfect ending of a perfect day. We're singing the songs we love to sing without a single stop. At the fireplace while we watch the chestnuts pop. Pop, 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 there's a happy feeling nothing in this world can buy. When they pass around the coffee and the pumpkin pie. It'll be like a picture of brains and career and dice. These wonderful things are the things we remember all through our lives. Just hear the sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting, tingling too. Come on, it's lovely when the four sleigh rides together with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. Come on, it's lovely when the four sleigh rides together with you. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, let's go. Let's look at the show. We're riding in a wonderland of snow. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, it's grand. Just holding your hand. We're gliding along with the song of a wintry fairyland. Our cheeks are nice and rosy and comfy, cozy are we. We're snuggled up together like two birds of a feather would be. Let's sing the rocking chorus and sing a chorus or two. Come on, it's lovely weather now. We're together now.
Thank you, James Valley Christian High School Choir, for their third selection of this evening as they're shuffling around a little bit on stage to get ready for their fourth and final song for the evening. We have a few more pledges that came in. You can, those of you that are also watching the live YouTube feed or are watching on Huron Tiger Network Channel 6, you should see the giant PayPal QR code flash up on the screen. For those of you that want to do your donations that way, if you have a PayPal account, just turn on your smartphone, set the camera app, point it directly at the QR code. It'll take you straight to the page where you can automatically set up your pledge donation. And speaking of pledges, I do have a few of them here in my hands. My first pledge is a $50 pledge in honor of Madeline Hofer performing tonight from Brett Hofer. I have another $50 pledge in honor of Noah Fast of the JVC High School Choir from Kara. And I have a $40 pledge in honor of Ellie Kempf of both the choir and the band from Mom, Dad, and Jake.
Remember, if you want to call in a pledge, call 605-554-0553. The ladies are out there anxiously waiting to take your calls to give some pledges. We're going to go right away to our last selection, our last song by the James Valley Christian Choir, and this one is entitled Peace, Peace, Peace.
This is a time
Thank you very much to the James Valley Christian School Choir. Those some wonderful songs that they sang for us tonight. Mm-hmm. We're going to be going through a couple of things while we get the stage switched over, because coming up next, we've got the James Valley Christian Band that is going to perform next. And then after that, we've got the Huron City Band, followed by, and to close out the night, the Fair City Brass Band. So now we've got all the band groups here playing for the rest of the night tonight within the community?
A nice little dichotomy of music, starting off with some songs in traditional choir and then moving on to music and pieces for the brass and band enjoyers out there. A nice little lovely play between the two different types of music groups out there. And as you said, they come from our greater Huron community. Last night was all just talent that came straight from the high school, from the bands and the various choirs that are here. But the rest of the nights are a chance for the Huron community to really shine their musical talent in band, choir, and orchestral form. So it's always a pleasure to be able to tune in to every single night and see and listen to what the wonderful music of the season, all these different groups put together.
And all these groups that are made up of local talent from Huron School District, talent from James Valley School District, the Huron community, the different church groups within the community, all local talent, which is really, really fun to hear. And it's just fun to spread the joy and the Christmas cheer at this time of year.
Absolutely. And aside from the greater community coming together to perform for you on the stage this evening, we also have to give recognition to the members of the community that come together to help make this event possible every single year. All the individuals that donate their time and energy to make sure that this runs to the capacity that it does every single year. So we'd like to go ahead and give off some thank yous to those who help. Like, for example, providing thank yous to Mike Dramstead of the Millennium Sound Productions, as well as Tully Bartell of the Huron Schools and the various students from the Huron High School, along with Shelby Vandenhoek, who help out in the light and sound booth to make sure that everything on the digital and electrical side of things for the Christmas basket is running at its full potential. The video, the audio, the switching between the different visuals for those of you that are watching on the Huron Tiger Network or the live feed on YouTube, the flashing of the PayPal icon, not to mention Mike Sarda, who helps with the video productions on the video side of things here, along with giving thanks to the Huron Schools administration and the high school custodial staff who graciously allow us to continue using this performance stage area in the auditorium and areas in the commons to put on this show year after year after year. It truly is a wonderful venue to hold the Christmas basket, and really whenever we do the Christmas basket, my mind is immediately just drawn to this performance stage area. The auditorium really just brings out the Christmas basket-ness of the program a little bit, to kind of put it into some words. Not to mention all of the wonderful ladies that are sitting at the phone banks, anxiously waiting for those of you watching and listening to call in to make your pledges and send in your donations our way. And remember, if you want to send in your pledge via phone, you can dial us in at area code 605-554 0553. That's 605-554-0553 to go ahead and chat with the wonderful ladies out there and to send your pledge our way so we can list it out for all of you that are listening and watching this evening.
Now I want to go ahead and take the moment to remind you all of the need for this program more this year than any other year. There's always a need during this time of year, and it's great to spread Christmas cheer and share and make people's lives better all year long, but especially this time of year. Now, there were 189 families this year that requested assistance through the Christmas Basket program. 189 families. Last year, that number was 120. So it was a huge increase in the number of families that have requested assistance through the Salvation Army Christmas Basket program. Also, the angel tree. The angel tree, there are almost 400 names on the angel tree this year, and that's up from about 300 last year. That's a huge increase in the number of names. You guys, all these pledges are going towards a wonderful cause. All the money that's donated is for a great cause. It stays local. It helps families in the Huron and surrounding area out. They're able to get food. They're able to get gifts. They're able to get clothing, all the stuff that they're going to need to help make this Christmas season even better. And it's always the kindness and the giving of the Huron community and the surrounding area that help make this effort a success. And we need to continue that. We need to continue that because this is a great program that's worth doing year after year after year after year. And that's why it's been going on for 75 years, 76 years.
Yes, absolutely.
76 years. So the most important thing, Ben thanked all the people helping put on the technology. He thanked the ladies at the phone bank, all the people that are making it possible. And he did thank everyone, but remember, the most important thing is call in and make a pledge. Call in and make a pledge so you can help out families during this Christmas season, families that are in need. Weren't listening
Train of thought left the station without me on it. There we go. For those of you that are calling in your pledges or making your donations online, even if you don't have any family members that are currently performing on any of the nights, you can still make a general pledge and donation to the respective events or just to the Salvation Army Christmas Basket Night as a whole. We get plenty of donations and pledges that way just from members of the community that are in full support of the Christmas basket, of the fine arts that are put on by our local schools, as well as our various community members and organizations that want to give out for this wonderful Christmas season. So by all means, even if you don't have any family here and you want to donate to this wonderful cause, to be the light for the children and families so that they can have the wonderful Christmas season that they so rightly deserve, you can certainly call in your pledge or donate online at the www.christmasbasket.us website right then and there, which also links to the PayPal donation if you want to prefer it that way.
Now, I'd like to remind you all that we have a couple things going on here. This nice tiger right here, if you call in and you make a pledge, you make a donation, you make a bid on it, if you have the highest bid at the end of the night, you get to take the tiger home tonight. Now, the current bid on this nice-looking tiger right here is $200. That was the opening bid before we even mentioned it tonight. So a lot of you know this program, a lot of you support this program, and we can tell that when you even make a bid on the tiger before we mention it on the air. Also, Huron Sertomo Club threw out a challenge to other service clubs in the area. Huron Sertomo Club made a donation, and they challenged other clubs to match that donation. So continue to call in, continue to make pledges, continue to listen on KIGV 1340 AM, continue to listen on 95.3 FM, or you can go to Huron Tiger Network, which is Midco Channel 6, and watch it live. You can also go to www.christmasbasket.us if you want to watch it live on the internet. There's so many ways you can do it. And if you watch it on the internet, you're able to watch it anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world. So if you call in from a distance far away, let us know where you're at. Ben was supposed to bring a map this year, but he forgot it.
Yeah, you know, I ought to get one of these years. I say years, hopefully I remember for last year, because we do have a whole myriad of donors that donate from all different corners of not just the state or the country, but even different areas of the world. Usually we get some donations from the East Coast, like last year we had from like South Carolina and Florida, as well as Texas, and I believe there's one over by like Oregon and California last year on the West Coast. I know that we have one from Washington that was yesterday, but we've also had donation in the past come to us from, where is it, the middle of the Atlantic?
I wasn't here at that time, but the story that Frank tells is it was in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
So you don't even need to be on land to send in your donation. As long as you got a Wi-Fi hotspot on your phone and you're just watching us online on some deserted island, you can go ahead and send in your pledge. We would certainly appreciate it that way.
Doesn't matter if you're in Huron, in Beadle County, in South Dakota, in the United States. Call in and make a pledge to support this great cause. People that have moved away and still support the Huron area and our needs here, that is so wonderful to see, especially at this time of year. I think we're about set for the James Valley Christian Band. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you for coming. And we are ready for our first selection by the James Valley Christian Band. And their first piece is going to be From the Realms of Glory. selection by the James Valley Christian Band. We've got pledges coming in, so we're going to go ahead and start off with some of those. Ben, why don't you take the lead?
I certainly will. The first pledge that I have in my hand is a $25 pledge in honor of Gian Piero of the JVC High School Choir that recently performed before the band, from Camilla and Angela.
I've got a $50 pledge in honor of Josiah Chase in the James Valley Christian Band from Mom and Dad.
I have a $100 pledge in honor of Addison Klein Saucer of the JVC Choir and the band from Papa Buck and Granny.
I've got a pledge in the amount of $10 in honor of Isaac Jennings in the James JVC Band from Mom and Sophie.
I have a $100 pledge in honor of Noah Fast, who performed with the James Valley Christian School High School Choir previously, from Grandma and Grandpa.
And the last one I've got in my hands right now, I've got a pledge in the amount of $500 in honor of the choir, James Valley Christian Choir and Band, in the amount of $500, and that is an anonymous pledge.
You know, year after year, I don't know who this person is, but this anonymous just must have just massive wealth to be able to keep donating to every single event, every single year. It's just wonderful. Hey, if you know anonymous out there, you be sure to thank them from us, from me personally, but from us, because it's wonderful to always get those from anonymous. And you know, anonymous, keep them coming. I would love to keep reading them out to everybody. But aside from the pledges, I do have an update on a bid for our Tiger Pal up here. The previous bid for the auction of it was at $200, which has now been raised to $250, now in possession by Napa Auto Parts.
Remember, whoever has the highest bid on this Tiger at the end of the night gets to keep that Tiger. And right now, that bid belongs to Napa Auto Parts in the amount of $250. Now, we were talking here in the break, and we've got to mention a couple things. One thing we're going to mention is the Salvation Army Angel Tree. The Angel Trees, I should say, at Runnings and Walmart. There were almost 400 names on those trees at the beginning of the week, at the beginning of the season. Now, last night when we started, there were 350 names on the tree. Okay, now, Ben, what's the number we got tonight?
We just received the update, and as of tonight, that number has gone down to 220 cards remaining. So 130 of those cards were pulled out in less than a span of 24 hours or so by you wonderful people in the community. So props to you. Wonderful job going out there to help spread Christmas cheer to these kids within the community.
But now, Ben, if they picked up the cards and they're purchasing the items, can you remind them what they need to do after they get them purchased?
Please make sure you bring those back to Runnings, to Walmart, to the Angel Tree, so that the Salvation Army can then pick up those gifts and distribute them to those families a little bit later on in the season. It's one thing to go in and pick up the cards and get those gifts, but the children and the families would love to get those gifts, so please make sure you bring them back to those locations so the Salvation Army can pick them up and distribute them.
And please get them back by the 5th. That's pretty soon here, December 5th, because you guys, they need time to organize them, to get them grouped up, and get them ready for delivery. So make sure you get those gifts purchased and returned back by the 5th, please. But let's not forget to mention that there are 220 left. My favorite thing is when that Angel Tree is empty by the end of our programming on Thursday night. So that was a great effort last night. 130 of them gone. Let's get the rest of them, 220 gone in the next 2 nights. So at the end of the night on Thursday, we can hopefully announce that all the cards are off the Angel Tree. Okay, I believe we're ready for our second selection by the James Valley Christian School Band, concert band. And the second selection is American Bell Carol.
you so much to the James Valley Christian School Band for their second selection of the evening. And they still have a couple more selections left to go, so if you're just tuning in, you still have wonderful music to hear from them yet this evening. While they are setting up for their next song, we got a few more pledges that have swung on by, so I'll go ahead and read them out for all of you. This first pledge in my hand is a $50 pledge in honor of Levi Crandall of the JVC Band from your family. I have another $50 pledge in honor of Tane J from the JVC Band from Mom and Dad. Now, every year that James Valley Christian School Band comes up to perform for the Salvation Army Christmas Basket, there's always a couple of pledges that come in just like clockwork that never fail to put a smile on my face, on Kelly's, on anybody else's. They're read out, and I'm glad that she has returned to the stage because this first one is a $20 pledge in honor of Mrs. Smiley Penguin of the James Valley Christian School Band from Dad and Mom Penguin. And piggybacking off of that, we have a $50 pledge in honor of Mrs. Smiley Penguin of the band from Mr. Smiley Penguin and the 4 Little Penguins.
Okay.
So the flock is out in force tonight to support Mrs. Smiley Penguin. Again, if you want to call in your pledge and talk with the wonderful ladies at the phone bank so that we can then go ahead and read your pledges off to those of you listening in on KIJV Radio 1340 AM or 95.3 FM, or if you're watching the live feed on www.christmasbasket.us and you want to call in that pledge, go ahead and call us at area code 605-554-0553. That's 605-554-0553 to go ahead and make your pledge and your donation, and we'll read it out for everybody. And again, you can make your pledge for your family, your friends, or even just do the Salvation Army program as a whole for this wonderful occasion. And then once you've made that pledge and you want to write and send your check so that it arrives to the Salvation Army, make sure that you address it to 237 Illinois Avenue Southwest at Huron, South Dakota, 57350. That's 237 Illinois Avenue Southwest, Huron, South Dakota, 57350. When you are finishing writing up that check down in the lower left-hand corner with the memo line, please make sure that you list this as going to the Christmas basket. This way that your pledge and donation is going to make its way to the correct destination this holiday season. And remember, every single penny, every dollar, every pledge counts towards helping to support the family, children, and those in need this holiday season, as well as throughout the entire rest of the year. It doesn't just stop at this holiday season. So please make sure to continue sending us our pledges, because the Salvation Army Christmas Basket really would not be the program and the wonderful time that it is without all of you fine people out in the greater Huron community, both within Huron and outside of it, truly the greater community going worldwide. We would not be able to hold this program without your support. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts every single night, every single year, all of the time. I think the band is ready to go with their third selection of the evening, titled Christmas Classics.
Great job by the James Valley Christian Band. That was another great song from here. We got one more coming from the James Valley Christian Band. But during the song, Ben and I were told that that on TV they couldn't see the tiger. So really quickly we decided to build a fireplace and get this tiger mound up a little bit higher where you could see it. So remember, this tiger is up for bids on who gets to take him home tonight. And the current bid is $250, and that is
Napa Auto Parts.
Napa Auto Parts. So call in and make a bid on this tiger to take him home at the end of the night.
He's very fuzzy, very soft, would love a warm, happy home. And that happy home could be Napa Auto Parts store in Huron, South Dakota, 57350. But if you want to outbid Napa Auto Parts, go ahead and call in your updated bid at area code 605-554-0553, along with just pledges in general, which we both have several to read before James Valley Christian School's final selection of the evening. I'll go ahead and start off. The first pledge in my hand is a $75 pledge in honor of Josiah Chase of the band from Grandpa and Grandma Chase.
I've got a pledge in the amount of $20 in honor of Bella Lafreniere in the James Valley Christian School Band from Papa and Gigi.
I have a $20 pledge in honor of Milo of the JVC Band from Mom and Dad.
I've got a pledge in the amount of $50 in honor of Asher Casperson in the James Valley Christian Band from Mom, Grandma, and Grandpa.
I have a $50 pledge in honor of Becca Stahl of the JVC Band from Mom and Dad.
And another pledge in the amount of $50 in honor of Noah and Isaac Fast in the choir and band from Mom, Dad, and Lydia.
And I have a $20 pledge, once again in honor of Milo of the band, from Grandma Robish, Avery, and Harper.
I've got a pledge in the amount of $300 in honor of the JVC choir and band and their amazing directors from Jesse Home. I've got one more in my hand here, Ben. I've got a pledge in the amount of $50 in honor of you from the Mallards in Omaha. Omaha, Nebraska, we got one from.
Now that would be my sister, my brother-in-law, and my absolutely adorable, nearly 2-year-old nephew, who is my pride and joy. It warms my heart that they were able to pledge for the Salvation Army here too. So if you want to continue sending on pledges for family, friends, or just the basket as a whole, or if you want to send pledges in honor of me or for Kelly, or anybody who's working here, volunteering at the phone banks, helping to set up and tear down the stages, that are helping in any other way, like the light and sound booth and all that, you can go ahead and call in those pledges at 605-554-0553. Or you can make the pledge online at www.christmasbasket.us. Right there on the main screen, that will also take you to the live YouTube feed.
Okay, we are ready for our last selection from the James Valley Christian School Band, and this one is Christmas Africana.
thank you for a wonderful performance by the James Valley Christian High School Band. It's always a pleasure to get both the choir and the band out for the Salvation Army Christmas Basket every single year. They always do such a wonderful job with the music that they perform.
Absolutely, and participation from all the schools in the community is just wonderful also. We love hearing them every year. We're going to go ahead and read off some more pledges while they're getting the stage reset. Remember, before you start leaving, coming up next is the Huron City Band, and then after that will be the Fair City Brass Band. So hang around for some more wonderful music. Ben, do you want to start off the pledges?
I would be glad to. This first pledge is a $50 pledge in honor of Noah and Isaac Fast of the JVC Band from Grandma and Grandpa.
I've got a pledge in the amount of $50 in honor of Gracie Wicker in the school band from Graham.
I have a $50 pledge in honor of Addison Kleinsaucer from the JVC Band from Grandma Peggy and Grandpa Vic.
I've got a pledge in the amount of $25 in honor of Zechariah Azar from Grandpa and Grandma.
I have another $50 pledge also in honor of Addison Kleinsaucer from the JVC Band from Tammy Hemmel from Michigan.
From Michigan?
From Michigan.
Ah, there we go, from Michigan. I've got a pledge in the amount of $20 in honor of Jonathan Cool and the low brass section from Cassandra.
And I have a $100 pledge in honor of Rachel Halsey, the JVC Band Director, from Julie and Steve.
And the last one I've got in my hands right now, I've got a pledge in the amount of $50 in honor of all the wonderful staff and volunteers of the Salvation Army of the Huron Corps and Thrift Store. And that's from Justin Bluer.
So please continue sending in your pledges, donating to this wonderful cause. If you want to call in your pledges and speak with our wonderful phone bank ladies, you can dial area code 605-554-0553. That's 605-554-0553. And when you make out your check, if you're going to send a check in the mail, please make sure you address it to 237 Illinois Avenue Southwest of Huron, South Dakota, 57350. And the final thing to put on your check before you send that through the mail, down in the lower left-hand corner where the memo line is, please make sure you label that as going to the Christmas basket. Salvation Army has a plethora of wonderful programs and way to help people throughout the entire year. We want to make sure that your Christmas basket donation, it's making its way to the Christmas basket destination itself.
Now, during one of the breaks here, we got a little clarification on the Christmas. We've got a fire in case we get cold here. We got a little clarification on the Christmas trees, the angel trees out at Walmart and Runnings. So the angel trees at Runnings and Shoe Sensation are the main angel trees. Go out and fill those out. There's just over 200 of those left, which is still a lot, so you got to get those done. And then the Christmas tree at Walmart is more
it's a supplemental with clothing options like socks and gloves and hats. So the main ones, again, are over at Runnings and Shoe Sensation. So those of you in the greater Huron area that still want to go out and grab a card or two from either of those main angel trees so that you can provide toys, clothing, all sorts of gifts and goodies for children in the Huron area that so rightly deserve to have a wonderful Christmas. You can be the angel to give them that gift this holiday season.
So either way, get to the angel trees, Walmart, or get to the angel trees, Runnings, Shoe Sensation. Go to also get the ones at Walmart and get those accessories, those supplements to the gifts that they have. Just get them all filled. That's going to be the big thing. If we can get them all filled by the end of programming on Thursday night, it will be a wonderful thing to mention by the end of the night.
And those of you that have already grabbed cards from the angel trees, and those of you planning on hopefully going out and grabbing cards from the angel tree later on tonight, tomorrow, and Thursday, Once you've gone and done that, please make sure you bring your gifts back to Runnings, to Shoe Sensation, to Walmart, so that those gifts be picked up by the Salvation Army so that they can be packaged and distributed to the different families that are signed up for the program. We need to make sure that we get those gifts back so that the families can get them.
And just another quick reminder before we get going with our next group that is here to play some music for you. Call in and make a pledge. That's what this is all about. Call in and make a pledge. Call area code 605-554-0553. Call in, talk to the ladies at the phone banks, and make a pledge. That's what this is all about. Also, make a bid on this tiger. The bid on the tiger is $250. If you beat that bid, that tiger is yours by the end of the night. I believe our next group, the Huron City Band, under the direction of Dr. Frank Polaria, or as the students here call him, Dr. P. Are you ready, Frank? Absolutely. So their first selection by the Huron City Band is going to be a Yuletide Holiday. Thank you to the Huron City Band on that first selection they did there, a Yuletide Holiday. We've got a couple of pledges coming in, so we're going to keep right on rolling tonight. I've got a pledge in my hand in the amount of $20 in honor of Angelo and Andriana Medina from their family.
And I have a $50 pledge in honor of Don Mink and Al Sager of the Huron City Band from your fan club.
Now remember to continue to call in and make pledges. If you want to call in, you can call in 605-554-0553. That's area code 605-554-0553. Remember, if you're at home and you're leaving, you can get on here on Tiger Network. You can listen to it on KIJV at 1340 AM. You get on 95.3 FM and listen to it. Or, as I just started to say, you can get on here on Tiger Network, which is Midco Channel 6 if you're in the Huron area. Or you can get on at www.christmasbasket.us. The nice thing, if you get online and watch it, you can use the PayPal tab there or the PayPal QR code. Just pull up your phone, scan the QR code, and you can easily make a pledge. It's that easy to do. Or call in and talk to the ladies at the phone bank. But remember, the most important thing, call in and make a pledge, please.
Yes, and every dollar amount counts, whether it's cents, dollars, going all the way up to our highest donation this evening of $500. Every single bit helps to support these local families and children and people within the greater Huron community, your fellow community members, whether you've met them or not, whether holy buckets, words are hard tonight for me, sorry about that. Your support is going to really help give them the holiday season that they so rightly deserve. Every single donation is going to help support them in some way, shape, or form. Not just within the Christmas season itself, but continuing on throughout the rest of the calendar year, all the way to next year's Salvation Army Christmas Basket. So please make sure you're continuing to send in your pledges and your donations. And ultimately, again, this would not be possible without the care and support of all you members out there in the community. So we always have to give a very heartfelt thank you to all of you out there that are sending in your pledges and donations from wherever you are. You truly allow this program to shine and be the success that it is year after year. So thank you again.
Yes, remember, call in and make a bid on the Tiger. The current bid on the Tiger is $250. Call in and make a pledge for this wonderful cause. I believe we are ready for our next selection by the Huron City Band, and this one is titled Joyful Tidings.
thank you, Huron City Band, for another great selection this holiday evening. While they're getting ready for the third and final song of their particular performance, we do have a couple more pledges that came in hot off the presses. This first one in my hand is in honor of Andrea of the Huron City Band and the Fair City Brass Band for $100 from Mom and Dad. And I have a $25 pledge in honor of David Emmert and Dr. Frank Polaria of the Huron City Band from Marianne and Brian.
Now remember, keep calling in, keep making pledges. You can call in at 605-554-0553. That's 554-0553. You can also go online to www.christmasbasket.us. That's www.christmasbasket.us. Really easy to make a pledge online, so keep those coming in. We're all ready to go with our final selection from the Huron City Band, and this one is the Chipmunk Song. Thank you to the Huron City Band for that last one, the Chipmunk Song. It's the Chipmunk Song. Brings back memories of childhood, watching the Chipmunks as we were growing up. I like that one a lot. So as they switch the stage over to prepare for the final group of the night, that's going to be the Fair City Brass Band, we're just going to go ahead and remind you of a few things, okay? First of all, continue to call in and make a pledge at 605-554-0553. That's 554-0553. After you make a pledge, be sure to write a check and send it in. You need to send that into Salvation Army at 237 Illinois Avenue Southwest. That's 237 Illinois Avenue Southwest here in Huron, South Dakota, 57350. Now remember, if you write a check or when you write your check after you make a pledge, go ahead and fill in the memo line Salvation Army just to make sure it gets to the correct spot.
Put on the memo the Christmas basket, the Salvation Army Christmas basket.
Correction.
Yes. Or if you want to do a direct donation, like right now up on the screen, for those of you that are watching on the Huron Tiger Network or watching the live stream on YouTube from the ChristmasBasket.us website, you can just scan the great big PayPal QR code using your camera app on your smartphone, and as long as you have a PayPal account, it's going to set up your automatic online donation straight to the Salvation Army Christmas Basket program. So there are several different ways for your donation and your support to reach the Salvation Army here in Huron, South Dakota.
And remember, while we're at it, we've got this wonderful tiger up here. The going bid on the tiger is $250. Whoever has the highest bid at the end of the night gets to take that tiger home with them. So make sure to call in and up that bid if you want. It's got to be over $250, and that tiger will be yours. I think we are ready over there. Maybe not. Dr. P is walking around right now. Mr. Stukrath is looking around, making sure they're on the right song.
While we are getting ready and set up for that, just another kind of quick-ish reminder, those of you in the Huron area, please make sure that you go out to Runnings and Shoe Sensation so that you can grab a card or two off of the angel trees there. Go ahead and get gifts and clothing so that they can be, excuse me, then donated and distributed out to the families that are signed up for the Christmas Basket program. But also, please make sure to remember to, once you have those gifts, to bring them back to the angel trees at Runnings and Shoe Sensation so that the Salvation Army can pick them up by the end of the week and start to package them and then get them distributed out to the families within the Huron area that will absolutely adore you for being able to donate and provide these gifts and clothing and toys for the children and the families here that very much deserve to have a wonderful Christmas season this year.
And I believe the Fair City Brass Band is ready to go. Frank put a lot of faith in me by telling me the name of the first song and expecting me to remember it for about 2 minutes. Anyone who knows me knows that's almost impossible. But the first song by the Fair City Brass Band is Angels We Have Heard on High. Fair City Brass Band playing Angels We Have Heard on High. Ben and I have got a couple pledges in our hand. I've got one pledge in the amount of $20 to all high school students in the city band from James Stukrath. You know, Ben, one thing I really like about the Huron City Band and the Fair City Brass Band is that it's really nice to see people of all ages playing together in one band, taking part in their community. That's really awesome to see.
Absolutely.
We've got people of absolutely all ages playing, and I love seeing that. I wish I could still play an instrument, but.
And my pledge in my hand is a $10 pledge in honor of the trifecta Beck family of Jonah, Lydia, and Laura Beck playing in the city band and the brass band from Noah Bank.
Now we are ready to keep on rolling with our second song from the Fair City Brass Band. And the second one, I almost forgot, Frank. The second one is Hark, the Herald Angels Sing. Great job on the second selection by the Fair City Brass Band. I've got another pledge in my hand here, Ben. Actually, why don't you start it off? Go ahead.
Sure, I'll start things off. The pledge that I have in my hand is a $25 pledge in honor of Grandpa Frank and Cousin David of the Fair City Brass Band from Evie
come all you
and
faithful.
Lila, listening in Eugene, Oregon. So, imaginary world map. My geography is a little bit sketchy. Kind of about here-ish.
He's a
Let's say
science
over
teacher,
here
folks.
is-
Bear with us.
I
Where was
can
it
map
from?
out all the areas of the cell, but don't ask me about the capitals of the states. I would not be able to help you out there.
Where was it from? Oregon?
Eugene, Oregon, yes.
Oregon. All right. All right. Way up in the northwest.
Correct.
I have got a pledge in my hand in the amount of $100. I like this. In appreciation of everyone who's willing to share their time, talent, and resources to brighten the lives of those in need. And that is from the American Lutheran Church Women. And folks, as we've said over and over and over, that is what this is about. 76 years of sharing wonderful, wonderful, wonderful entertainment, but all in the name of helping those in need, especially during the Christmas season, during the holiday season. So we are ready here for our last selection. Ben and I have a couple things to announce at the end, but we are ready here for our last selection by the Fair City Brass Band. And this one, before I forget the name of it, I have one word of it, is "O Come All Ye Faithful." However, Frank did mention as I was talking to him in between the songs that the band got together one time to rehearse these songs. They didn't practice for weeks and weeks and weeks. It was one time, and that was just a little while ago tonight to practice these songs. So for the little amount of practice they have, thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing your time and talent to the Fair City Brass Band.
thank you once again to the Fair City Brass Band for your wonderful string of performances, all three of your holiday classics put together for you to wrap up this final performance of night 2 of the 76th annual Salvation Army Christmas Basket here in Huron, South Dakota. For some of our final bit to say before we send things off on the airwaves, the first thing that we want to talk about is the results of our second auction item of the week, this wonderful fuzzy tiger. Started off with a very high bid before we even got a chance to talk about it, and the winning bid is in the amount of $250 to Napa Auto Parts. So we'll find some way to get this tiger over to you to proudly display at your local shop here in town.
We also want to remind you of a few things. First of all, the lineup for tomorrow night, Wednesday, our third night of entertainment here at the Salvation Army Christmas Basket Program. We will start off tomorrow night with the Holy Trinity Choir of Angels, one of everybody's favorite every year. I'm not going to lie about that one. We're going to follow that up with the Riverview Methodist Church Choir, and then the Huron Faith Alive Church Choir, followed by the Huron Faith Alive Praise Team. And then tomorrow night, we're going to close it up with the Bethesda Praise Team. So that's a lineup of tomorrow night's entertainment. And then Thursday, we're going to have the Huron High School and Middle School orchestras. And then we're going to have the Huron Middle School Band and the Huron Middle School Choir. So remember to tune in Wednesday night and Thursday night at 6:30 on KIJV, on 95.3, on Huron Tiger Network, or at www.christmasbasket.us. Also, we want to throw out a little reminder that go get cards on the angel trees. There are angel trees at Runnings, there's an angel tree at Shoe Sensation, and then there is another one at Walmart with some auxiliary, some supplementary supplies. But there were just over 200 cards on those ones tonight, going into tonight, so please get those taken care of so we are able to hopefully announce on Thursday night by the end of the show that they are all gone.
And please make sure that once you have picked off those cards and gone and purchased your gifts, that you go ahead and bring those back to the Angel Tree locations, Runnings, Shoe Sensation, and the auxiliary supplemental over in Walmart, so that the Salvation Army can pick up those gifts and distribute them to the local families who will gladly accept them as gifts this holiday season. We also want to give a general thank you to all of you that are calling in your pledges, submitting them online via PayPal, that are tuning in, even donating a buck or two here or there, all the way up to the highest bids, showing your support not just for the wonderful musicians that provide such fantastic music in all different areas of these fine arts, but also, more importantly, to support your community members here, the families in need, because that number has grown to about 189 families this year in the Salvation Army Christmas Basket Program, increase from last year. So all these families are definitely going to thank you for all of your donations that you've been doing so far, and please make sure you keep them coming for these last 2 nights coming up Wednesday and Thursday.
Now, Ben, I believe one last thing for tonight. You've got a grand finale for us at the end of night 2. Well, you can give us tonight's and night 2 if you want all together. But why don't you go ahead and do that before we sign off for the night?
So our current tally for donations after night 2 of the 76th annual Salvation Army Christmas Basket rounds out to $6,952.
So thank you to everyone that has called in and pledged. Please continue to keep them coming. Please return tomorrow night at 6:30 and listen to the entertainment we've got lined up for you and make more pledges. Thank you for listening tonight, and have a great night and a Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday Season. Thank you, Carol.
Sleigh bells ring. Are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight. We are happy tonight, walking in the winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird, here to stay is a new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in the winter wonderland. In the manner we can build a snowman and pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in the winter wonderland. Conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking while we walking in a winter wonderland.
This is Captain Patrick Hawken, and I want to wish a very Merry Christmas to my family in Tennessee and to my beautiful girlfriend in California. I miss you all, and I'll be home soon.
My name is Specialist Brooke Frisk, and I'm in Baghdad, Iraq. I would like to wish all my family and friends in Georgia and Wisconsin a very Merry Christmas. I'm really going to miss spending the holiday.
I'll see you guys real soon. Love you guys. Bye.
I am dreaming tonight of a place